Hello there! Today we are going to be finishing up the build the previous build, and yeah, so we're just starting off with doing a couple of the lights, and yeah, in this build we are just going to be finishing the build, doing the final details. I left the exterior a little bit unfinished, so we're going back into it and we're going to finish off with the exterior and also do the back as well, because I didn't do the back of the build. And yeah, so I guess we're just starting off. We're doing another corridor, so this one is like another hallway kind of thing. Not really a hallway, but a little room, and you can there's like two doors on either side, so you walk in from the other door and to enter the next. And we're just going to put something sort of in the middle. I wasn't really sure what to put in this large sort of section, so I just put a sculpture. And I've never really used sculptures that much, so this one actually features a lot of them. I think in the, what is it called? The front of the build or something, there is a large sculpture as well, and again, there's like a lot of empty space and I'm trying to fill it up with some things, so sculptures are like the best thing because they're large. And yeah, so I also put this one with the waterfall and just filled in this little makeshift planter box with a couple of flowers. And I really wanted to put these flowers, but they were a little bit lower to the ground, so I ended up deleting all of them. When am I going to delete all of them? I'm going to delete them soon. Yeah, right here. And then I'm just going to fill them in with these rose bushes. I'm not really sure what these plants are called. But yeah, so just put some plants in and just doing some stuff around the build. And one of the hard parts was trying to sort of stylize, I guess, the second level, because a lot of the build is like a two-story. Some of it's two-story, some of it's one-story. Obviously, the ones with like nearby the stores are one-story, but the ones in this little middle section, it had a lot of like styling. I didn't really know what to do, so best thing to do when you have stuff or have like empty space in a room, just fill it with plants or like sculptures or like decoration items. The best thing to do is honestly just open up the decorations catalog and just like go through all of it and try to see whichever one works. So yeah, I ended up putting these, I put some, I think there are shrubs, and then I put the thing that goes outside the windows, like a planter box that has cascading flowers, like overhanging flowers, sized it up, and I think it looks pretty good. I also used my favorite cats and dogs paintings, the ones that are like a square, and then they have a lot of really cool abstract prints. I love the way that they did that. That's probably one of my favorite items in the game. Oh no, I just remembered that I completely forgot to put my sloth painting in. I do put that sloth painting in every single one of my builds, but I did not include it in this one. Oh, damn. Okay, I gotta probably go back in and change it. But yeah, I will add in that sloth painting. It does not go with this build, but I am so determined to make that sloth painting in every single one of my builds. So it's going in. I'll probably put it in a store. You can probably download it and see which store I put it in. Yeah, and then, so what am I doing here? Oh, this might be the part where I'm finally tackling the roof section, because the roof, it pained me a little bit to do it the first time, so I like stepped back and just went to the interior. But here I'm going back, and I think somewhat soon, maybe not soon at all, but I ended up changing the dome shape to like I'm not sure, it's like a square instead of a circle. And yeah, so if you saw just now, those roof ornaments, they were for some reason kept hopping up like a level, like a whole entire level. I don't know why. Maybe I was on like the top level, but I don't think I was, because when I put the floor down, the roof also went down. So I'm not really sure why they kept jumping up. Yeah, so here's what I'm finally adding in the, I'm not sure what kind of style or shape this is called, but that shape. One thing I did realize, I was doing another, I don't know, I just had the build mode open and had an empty lot, and I was just playing around with roofs and stuff. One thing that you can do now is you can completely do the Louvre, like in Paris. which is really cool. You can make it look almost exactly identical to it and have a feature that looks almost actually make the Louvre, because it's like underground. Well, at least like the main section is underground, so you can do that little like pyramid shape and make it glass, and then you can like cut a hole in the basement. I might do that. That might be a really cool build to do, but I do have another build plan which uses glass roofs. I've been going a little bit crazy with glass roofs recently. Yeah, I think it's, well, I haven't actually got seasoned yet because I'm waiting for a sale, because they sometimes have like sales that are like 50% off, and I know that like there are a lot of other simmers out there who also, like me, can't really afford to buy the is it $50 or is it $40? At least here in the United States, it's like a pretty decent amount of money, but occasionally, actually, like pretty frequently, they have sales that go on, so I always just wait till a sale. And yeah, so I'll probably just wait till the sale comes on and then get seasons. But I've been looking on Twitter recently, and I've seen so many people talk about seasons, and I think that they've done such a fantastic job. A lot of people have been like commemorating them on their like hard work in this pack, and I honestly think that like the exact same. They've done so many things. I mean, it was a little bit buggy. There was a lot of bugs in this update slash seasons pack and stuff. But they've done a pretty good job, and I mean, they're keeping up with the updates. They've changed a lot of things. I think there was a problem in build mode where a lot of times it would get laggy when you put walls and floor tiles in, but I think they changed that. I haven't noticed it because I actually haven't built. I mean, I did a build right before the update, and then I did a build like right at, or wait, I don't know. I did a build after it, but I think I did it like after the update, so I didn't see exactly the glitch that everyone was talking about. Not a glitch, but it's just really laggy and slow when you're trying to place like floor tiles and trying to, I think it was like build walls and stuff. So yeah, I mean, overall, I'm super excited to get seasons when it's on sale, and yeah, I'm really excited to play with a lot of the items. One reason why I wasn't extremely ecstatic to do the to buy the pack was that a lot of the items, they have a lot of items, I mean, that's a given, but a lot of the items are more for gameplay instead of actually like build and buy mode. Not build and buy mode, but like a lot of, they had a lot of decorations, and a lot of the decorations had like interactive like actions, and not much of it was like a sofa or something. I think they had like a bathroom set, and then they had a lot of doors and windows, which actually look really cool. That's one of the incentives of why I want to buy the pack, because I like a lot of their doors. Yeah, a couple of their doors are like really well done and look really good. But yeah, I'm like I do enjoy gameplay. Like I've play the game occasionally, but then it gets slow after I play for a long time, because when I play Sims, I play it for like an extreme amount of time, probably like from daylight to like not daylight, but sunrise to like sunset. Actually, that's not even that long either. But I play it for, I think one time I played it for 12 hours straight. It's pretty insane because I'm so addicted, I just can't stop playing it. But the point of that story was that I do like gameplay a lot, but I really like building. I mean, I've always considered myself to be kind of like a creative person. When I was younger, for fun, when I was like 7 years old, for fun, I would take my like sister's graphing paper and like draw house plans. And I really enjoyed that. I made so many house plans, and then when The Sims 3 came out, I was so determined to like make every single one of my house plans come to life. And I was also determined to make every single, I forgot the town name, but there was one town that had like a bunch of lots on it, and I was so determined to make a house on every single one of those lots, to just fill the entire neighborhood with my own creations. Unfortunately, I think my like game got corrupted or something, and I lost the entire thing, and I was a little bit bummed that, you know, I lost everything, so I never went back to it. And I don't think my computer can play Sims 3 anymore either. And yeah, so what was the point of this story? I don't know. Basically, I like building, and I also like gameplay, and I'm really excited for Sims 4 seasons. I'm really excited too what the next pack is going to be. I hope it's like just as great as Seasons. I feel like they did such a thorough job and such a fantastic job. I'm really excited to see where they go. And it's also interesting too because people have said in the past, like they do the next iteration of The Sims in like 4 years or something. So there was like a 4-year duration in between Sims 1 and Sims 2, Sims 2 and Sims 3, I think, or something like that. And, you know, Sims 4 has been out for 4 years so far, and a lot of people are, like, I guess wondering if there is going to be a Sims 5 anytime soon, but according to, like, all the Sims gurus and all the people who work at Sims, like, they're still planning for more content and more packs, so I don't know if we're going to get Sims 5 anytime soon. One tweet, I don't know who it was by, I think it could have been Sims Guru Grant, but I think he said that like they're still planning on packs like years to come. So years obviously is like more than 1 year, so maybe like 2 or more years into the future. So we're still gonna have a lot more of Sims 4, and I'm really excited. I mean, I don't know how it can get like much better, if I would say that. I mean, I don't want to say that just because, I mean, there's always improvements to be made, but I really like a lot of the graphics that The Sims 4 kind of has. It almost has like actually, when I first downloaded Sims, I noticed it felt very cartoony, and it kind of bothered me the first time that I played, but I've just gotten really used to it. I don't really mind it. It does look a little bit, I don't know, a little bit more colorful and cartoony than The Sims 3 did. Now that I look back at like Sims 3 videos of people who made like videos like years ago when The Sims 3 was still like, was The Sims, the most current Sims, it looks so weird. I do remember it, but it looks so dark. All the furniture looks so boxy, and I don't know, I mean, I'm really liking the Sims 4 style. I like it. A lot of their items that are coming out are like really cool. I just hope we have like a lot more items. I'm such an item hog. I love all the items. I always want more things, more like decorations, more, I don't know, just build and buy mode stuff. I'm always a big sucker for that. Anyways, I don't know how long I was talking about stuff that wasn't about the build, so I guess we should probably go back into the build. But here's a build. I don't really remember what point we're at, but I guess this is only halfway, so I'm surprised what else more we have to do, because it looks like we actually did the fountain section. We added some planters at the front. I instead put the trees inside the planters with a couple like, I don't know what flower that is. I'm gonna guess a rose, but it does not look like a rose. The little screen that I'm looking at is like really tiny, so I can't really see how or what the flower looks like. But yeah, apparently we're just putting stairs there. I'm not sure if you can actually get to that trash can. I think you can. I mean, I don't see it being a huge problem. But yeah, we just finished the pool, and I'm a little bit like dumb in that department because I didn't realize, so I'm pretty sure those things around that sculpture fountain thing, the 3 little steps in the fountain, I think those are actually lights. I actually thought that they were the water, what are they called? Like the water fountain things, but they're actually just lights, so it kind of looks stupid. The ones around the little 3 square cube things, those ones are fine, but there's the 3 in the front section that kind of look a little bit weird, so yeah, I would probably change that into actual fountains. I thought that they were, but I guess they're not. It's because the fountain ones and then the lights look like it's really similar, and it's really hard to tell in like the UI menu. And yeah, so we're just adding a couple of bushes around to sort of frame the area. I thought it looked a little bit weird, so I just added some bushes in, and I didn't go too crazy with the landscape. I mean, I don't know what you would consider landscape. The fountain could be landscape as well, but yeah, the fountain definitely is a little bit overkill. But as far as the like shrubs around, I just put a couple of shrubs around. I didn't go too crazy. Like I know in my past videos that I've done like so much layering of like shrubs and plants and flowers. It's a little bit too much. And I think at this point we're gonna start to tackle the back. Yeah, the back was a little bit tricky. Not that it was tricky, it actually wasn't tricky at all. But the problem was, it's like I already stylized the front of it, and doing the back is like almost doing it again. And it felt like really iterative, really repetitive, and yeah, so I just had to like come up with a new style because I also didn't want it to look exactly like the front. It looks pretty similar to the front, it does, but it does end up looking a little bit different. And yeah, I just had to adjust the roofs a little bit. And yeah, one thing I don't really like about the roofs, so as you see, the roof kind of covers the entire build. So actually, like the stores, the individual stores, they have like an open top. I don't really like that, but I couldn't really figure out a better way to do it. What I could have done was put the dome part in the main section and then put like regular roofs above the stores, but the main section width was too small, so the roofs would have looked a little bit weird. So there's that. And yeah, so just continuing the archways through to the back, and this time I actually used the archways with the fence on them because I guess ideally they would have like a nice back patio and it overlook, I don't know, something really awesome. But I didn't really have much space in the back. As you can see, I have like, is it 1 or 2 tiles or something? So you can't really fit much into the back of 1 or 2 tiles. So I thought, people actually wouldn't really walk out there. So instead what I did was just use the archways with the fences that are actually considered windows in the menu. And yeah, just use those. So it's kind of like a nice little back patio area, but you can't actually get to the like outdoor section. But I thought it completed the look kind of nicely. And yeah, so in the middle section, I'm just putting some columns to make it look a little bit more grander than it is. Again, you can't really walk out to the outside of this either. Yeah, but I did put, again, a lot of like plants around and stuff like that. So yeah, I didn't really I didn't really want to use the same plant over and over again, but at the same time, I didn't want to use too many different plants because I thought that would be a little bit too much. So I did keep on repeating that bush with the pink flowers on it. Yeah, from like the inside as well as the outside and stuff. So yeah, there's that. But it's kind of cool though because from the middle section you actually have doors out to that section. I don't know if it's actually doors, it could be windows, but you can just go out there and you're surrounded by rose bushes, or not rose bushes, but like the bushes with the pink flowers, and then at the back, as you can see, it opens to, is it a river? Yeah, I think it's a river, so it's kind of nice. It has a really nice back. I think in the first part of the build that I will link somewhere around here, but if in the first part of the build I actually talked about how it was properly like situated, I guess. I think I chose a good property. This isn't like the size of the lot I would have wanted. I probably would have wanted a larger lot, but at the same time, larger lots mean that there's more space, and more space means that there is like more room to put items, and that's not a good thing for me because I can put items like endlessly. I can put items for like hours, and then this video might end up being like 5 parts. But yeah, I do like the place that I put it in. You have like a nice view from out the back, and in the front it opens kind of into a more, I don't know what you would call it, like a more commercial sort of street area. And yeah, so I think that the bottom section is pretty much done. What I ended up doing was I just put windows and doors to the back. And again, those ones are from the store. So actually you can go through the store to get to that back patio section. A little bit weird, a little bit odd, but I don't mind it. I mean, I don't know what kind of stores you would put in here, to be honest, but yeah. And we're just doing a couple of, well, I think we're doing the second floor now, but I did pretty much the same thing. Okay, they're all windows, so you can't actually get onto outside. Yeah, okay, so you can't actually walk out, but I mean, I don't mind it. And then I'm finally actually putting in some lights at night because I always keep forgetting that. So when I take like screenshots at night, it looks really dark, my houses, because I always remember, well, I don't always remember lights. I usually forget lights, or at least to change the lights. But I usually put lights on the inside, but then I always forget to put lights on the outside. So I like to do like day screenshots and night screenshots just to, you have a idea of what it looks like at different times of the day. And I always forget to do the night like lights outside, so it looks so bad and so dark. And I guess, I'm learning. You can never learn too much, so we're always trying to improve on here. And yeah, so I think, I don't remember if I do anything more to the build, but this is one of the last things I did. So I ended up changing the front section of the build because it didn't seem as grandiose as like the back. I mean, the back doesn't look that, grand either, but I definitely wanted the front to be a little bit more commanding and a little bit more like in your face a little bit. So I ended up putting some more columns, and I feel like columns, it's just the look of them that just looks very, I don't know. I mean, I think columns always look good, especially in like older buildings. And yeah, I ended up putting some columns in. I did, I think, not mirror, but I did do something a little bit fancier at the top section as well. So they both kind of have balconies. Again, none of the balcony things can be accessible because they're all windows and they're not doors. But yeah, just put some of them not rose bushes. I gotta get that straight. It's not rose bushes. It's bushes with pink flowers. Roses look completely different. I'm pretty sure, right? I mean, like I said, the screen that I'm looking at is like really tiny, so I can't actually see the flowers, but they don't really look like flowers. So yeah. Oh, I did change the time of day, so now it has this really like bronzy color on it. This is kind of cute. And yeah, so here are the screenshots. Some of my screenshots, I did talk over a little bit of me styling the pool area. Not the pool area, but the fountain area. But they look pretty much identical. I think that a lot of it is pretty much identical, but the plants in the pool, the plants in the fountain, sorry, are a little bit different because obviously you can't really control how plants grow. But yeah, and then I just put some of the chairs and tables outside as well, so you can turn one of them into a cafe, and you can have your Sims go out here and have a nice little meal outside, well, slash inside. It's like an outside indoor area. And this is the interior. This is one of my favorite screenshots. I love the like fountain area. I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool how a lot of the stores look out into the fountain, which is really nice. Unfortunately, the stores are a little bit on the smaller side, but I think that's okay. Again, like I said, you can knock down some walls, and I think that it should be pretty okay. And yeah, so we're up on the second floor, and yeah, the chandelier kind of drapes down from like a weird part of the roof, but it's okay, I guess. And I think, yeah, I think I actually doubled up on like two screenshots, the like outdoor patio area with the chairs and benches, but oh well. Anyways, so here's the last screenshot. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.